good afternoon and good evening whenever and wherever you welcome back to the beta plans. We're doing another little bit of Hearthstone, and today we're going to try and get 3 victories in a row. We're going to do triple questing because we have a victory for the priest or paladin, a victory for the shaman, and 3 games in general. So we are going to go and try and do fight with the priest, fight with the shaman, and do whatever the hell we want afterwards. So we are going to look at what I'm going to use, because actually I have recently renamed and remade all my decks, because, well, with the exception of one wing, we have almost done with Naxxramas, and thus we can build quite a few different types of decks than we had before. We're going to play today with my Undying deck, as I have named it. It's more or less a death rattle deck, with a little bit of buffing, but the buffs are in order to prevent certain things going off, like the Death Lord. It has 2 attack and 8 HP, but its Death Rattle means that the enemy draws a minion onto the board. Oh, yeah, that could be very disadvantage for you. So in order to prevent that, we're doing as a priest. We're healing it up, or we're giving it extra health via Dark Cultist, or we might heal it up via, more or less, via Powered Shield. And heck, if you use a Powered Shield, Divine Spirit, and Inner Fire, works fine. Heck, an Inner Fire immediately on a Death Lord makes it an 8/8. Fair trade, I would say. So we're gonna use that deck. For the Shaman deck, we can also use the Mixel, of course, means the Mixel Inheritor Earth. And what it is getting board dominance and, well, trying to more or less buff them up and out damage the enemy, either via a Stormwind Champion, for instance, or via, where's the card, so that I show it rightly to you, Bloodlust, there it is, or we can do a Rockbiter. We also have Reincarnate to trigger our Nerubian eggs, so, or on the Creeper if we want to, whatever, not. More or less, we are trying to do the best that we can in order to get these meek little creatures a lot on the board and then rush forward to the enemy. As for deck, I had in mind the Mill It or Kill It deck. More or less, well, the gang up in combination with a Goldlight Oracle to mill the enemy should they have card draw. If not, well, we have some Death Rattle stuff in it again, but also combo cards. Let's see if it all works. Let us start with our triple questing. Shall we begin? We shall begin with the Undying deck. So it is a little bit like a buff and puff clerk, but it has some cards that have very high values for their mana cost, but have a very disadvantageous Death Rattle. But I'm going to try and keep them alive and therefore still make it work.
Versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
The light shall bring victory.
Inner Fire Death Lord, yes. Unfortunately we go first, so the Death Lord won't come very quickly. But and a double the health minion. Oh, holy poop. Fight.
Is someone injured?
I think that's going okay.
Why do you call?
As he wishes, because what I'm going to do is
Right away.
damage and heal back up for card roll.
Done.
Getting an extra Inner Fire. That's not really what we needed, but okay. Let's see what Linke 55 does. Draws a card. Actually advantageous in my opinion, because that allows me freely to put down,
Death does not scare me!
Right away.
and I can do this damage
Done.
the way I like it. And we can pump this up to a 16/16 next turn if we wish it, unless he destroys it immediately. The Warlock has definitely some abilities to do so. 4/7, quite deadly. And if he damages this guy, trust me, I will still pump it up. Alright, he does exactly what we hoped for.
Right away.
We kill this, just to get the taunt away. Kaboom! And if we need be, we're just going to try and heal it up. We have a 16-12 on the board. It's hard to eliminate it. But there comes corruption, the way to deal with an extremely beefy creature as a warlock. So that's unfortunate. And thanks to corruption, he will draw a random card. So we are actually kind of, like, unfortunately screwed.
Is someone injured?
Do it like this. Why do I do this? We can inner fire it the next turn in order to give it 2-2, and then it can attack a Rubian egg. Heal this up. Have our 2 card rolls. And unfortunately, this dies.
Right away.
A 2-3. Alright, well, too bad. But it was well played.
Give me a quest.
I feel icky.
Let us think here.
The scourge will consume you.
Beta plan, that's a very bad use of inner fire. Yes and no. Why not? Well, we just got Baron Riverdale. We have 2 4/4s on the board. This guy is going to be a wee bit annoying.
Right away.
Yes, this probably means that she will die. But no, let's do it like this.
Job done.
Because this adventure is now going to be pumped up like crazy, so next turn I have to deal with it. But I have Shadow Word Death. So if he throws down 2 cards, we have a way to deal with him.
What you want?
There's a 2-2 with Taunt. There's his 5-5. What is he going to destroy of me? He's not going to destroy anything. Ah, now look, now it would have been interesting to get the other inner fire and get Baron Riverdale to become a 14-14. So, there's definitely something to be said to that I may have handled that wrong. But he leaves me with the 2 Northshire Clerks, and there comes even more card roll. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I will destroy the 3-2. Get my Leopard Gnome to die on him. Do him full damage. Because we didn't trigger our Death Rattle twice thanks to Baron Rivendell.
Right away. Right away.
Yeah, Baron Rivendell is doing me great work here. Let's see what he does in comparison. Ooh! Put 2 demons from your deck into your hands. We will have to see.
I will enjoy watching you die.
Ah! Not a bad idea from him. Definitely not. Let's see what we can do here. I could throw down Emperor Forson to make these guys 4-4.
I wonder.
But I could also damage myself. I kind of want to get rid of him because he's just going to get pumped up with health. So we kind of need to get rid of him. So do it like that. That was a dumb attack. I just realized
Right away.
with him that was a dumb attack.
Right away.
We're going to throw down Emperor Forson. And we are going to try and trigger this. Keep 1-4-3 in the game, and voila, we have a pretty full hand. This game looks pretty won. But don't say anything yet. He might have a board clear, like for instance, the Warlock has in Hellfire. everything would die except Baron Rivendell and Emperor Forson from one Hellfire. And should he throw down something beefy? Well, we have a Shadow or Death.
So many possibilities.
There's the Hellfire. I assume now a taunt comes out, because if he doesn't throw out a taunt, we win.
Ooh, you're in trouble now.
That is not a taunt. I win! And with that, we win our first game.
Well played.
It is over! And I say, on to our next one for the quest. Paladin or Priest, first quest completed. Alright, let's get on to our second deck. The Meek Shall Inherit the Earth. More or less gain board control. Use Bloodlust in order to give even those totems of 0-2 a little bit of a bite. But that first show of the Undying deck, that's kind of what I meant it for. Even though that corruption was very well placed.
Versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
And even the card that he did draw, thanks to killing my Undeath Lord, was not so much of a problem. Why was it so much a problem? Well, you have to realize that because he threw down a 3-2 with his, well, was drawn thanks to the Death Lord, its +1/+1 did not activate for another minion. Oh, alright. Not the best opening hand. We'll start with our, well, our spider, which we could reincarnate in order to get 3 creatures on the board. Oh dear, if there's a hunter that uses his abilities like that, immediately you may have an issue. I could reincarnate it. Then it can, oh, but then it can't kill. Anyways, never mind. Let's do it like this. Kill it. Have 2 on the board. And let's throw down a totem. Extra spell power. Nice, because one of our very, very few spells in the deck, the Lightning Bolt, is in our hands. Why is that one in the deck? Well, you kind of need to have sometimes that free elf creature to be going away. I do not have, however, oh, there's not a spell of mine. I do not have, however, in this deck, unfortunately, any form of healing. So facing a hunter is a bit bad. And yes, we could cast a spell right now, but we are not like him. We're not trying to face hunt so much. And we have 2 hexes in our hand, so we could definitely take out something that he might throw down that is beefy. For instance, an animal companion. Oh, wait, what? Spell damage? Okay. Let it die. We could have actually thrown down Baron Rivendell for them. But then again, we don't have any death taunts currently active, so I think I will do it like this. Get his beefy 4/4 out of here. What we're kind of hoping for is a Bloodlust, and we also have some Wind Furies, for instance, in this deck. Oh, that's going to die. Unless he gives it, yeah, like that. But what we could is hex it. We're getting a lot of our reincarnates, and unfortunately, we don't have the death rattles to activate them off yet. I could also silence this creature.
What to do?
Because it first silences them, it drops down its 2 health, right? Then it becomes a 1/1. Then we do the damage, so it would have died. Yeah, do we really want to throw a hex on him? It could clear him out, but I kind of want to keep my minions on the board for that Bloodlust, so I'm going to actually hex it. As kind of unfortunate it is to use a hex on that. That could have definitely been a misplay. But I have to say, we're getting a wee little bit screwed with too many minions on the board. Now that could be an explosive trap. So we have to be a bit careful, because that would clear our entire board. There's the Wind Fury. Let's first see what that secret is. Let's pop it. Explosive? Yeah, that was to be expected, but we kinda had to. And let's get Baron Rivendell out there. Why? Let's give him otherwise a target to focus on that's not my face. Because we don't currently have anything to let his death rattle work off, but if we don't... Ooh. That is unfortunate. That needs to go. Because thanks to the Hex, it's bloody... well, summoning of 2 other creatures is also gone. I really don't want to use the Wind Speaker yet, because I do have, for instance, elementals in this deck. Which are more or less meant to make sure that they get the attack through. And the reincarnates are, for instance, with my Nerubian Axe to trigger, or with the spiders and what have you not. And now with Baron Rivendell, that would be awesome. But we need that Nerubian Axe draw. We are currently simply a wee little bit hammered for the minions that we kinda need. There it is. Yeah, let's think about this one. We're definitely going to cast this one. Like, this is... Now he has only 2 health left. I also have in this deck, which you haven't perhaps seen yet, is a Flame Tongue Totem. That would have also been awesome in order to kill it. I think I'm going to have to do it with a lighter weapon though. That was also meant as a meta for my Nerubian Eggs to pop. I think I want to keep the taunt on the board, so I'm going to say... We're going to sacrifice this little dude. And now at least we have a target for our Wind Speaker. There's our taunt gone. And now we can also use Reincarnate in a totally different way. If this guy takes too much... Okay, he really doesn't like Baron Rivendell. But this is not a problem.
Feel the power.
Alright. Now, this is something my friend might be against, but I think I'm gonna reincarnate this. But then again, I don't know if it will keep its Wind Fury, probably not. You know what, let's do it like this. Our board is full. Oh, we don't get our normal creature back. It first is the 1/1 spiders. That's unfortunate. I did not know that. I kinda am hoping now for Bloodlust next round. Bloodlust next round will do wonders for us. And if we need to, we can always sacrifice one of those creatures, should he have a creature on the board, which I'm assuming he will have. He does. Then we can always throw down this guy.
Well played. I think.
Let's see. There is Bloodlust. Now we need to think. How are we going to do this? Well, we won. Just by simply throwing it down. Throw it like that. And that is our second game with the Meek Shell. Because the Meek are also from 1/1 to 4/1s. Yeah, I think he already is... This person, Niels, already understood actually what the strategy was. But I didn't even have that card until I drew it. I also actually have card draw in this deck, but unfortunately that did not come up. But let's go for the last one for our third quest. And if it's a longer video, then it's a longer video. But let's go with the Millet or Kill It deck. Once again, a lot of combos, cards, a lot of Death Rattle cards. And we have, well, the moment way to mill him.
Watch your back.
Back. Yeah, I don't want this one yet. Weapons come in a little later. Unstable Golem. is a way for me to pop my Nerubian egg. Alright, and let's see. Unfortunately, no one drop. And he takes the lead. We can prevent most of the problems by throwing him down.
Job done.
If he even would pump it up, it dies, it will clear his board. We have no other minions currently active. This will make sure that, well, it's all fine. More or less, his turn was cancelled out on my turn. Now, of course, he throws down a new creature, logically. And we have the advantage that, well, we could start on thinking about combo cards. Because, for instance, we could make this Haunted Creeper and throw on him the give minion +4 attack instead, but it has no health. Kinda wanna do that rather on the agent, but that means that we have 3 cards, otherwise its combo will not trigger. So we are gonna go for a Harvest Golem.
Job done.
More or less the reverse of this thing, but if it dies, we get a 2-1 damage Golem back.
Don't mess with Tusk.
He also likes apparently creatures that summon a lot of other creatures immediately. 2 damage to an undamaged creature. Alright, we can start the combo. We can start the combo a lot. Let's think here for first. We could throw down first this. Then it will combo with him to do even another 2 damage. And then we can throw down him in order to give this guy a full 7. Are we going to do that aggressively? Or are we going to do it on a Haunted Creeper? No, I think indeed we're going to do it like this. Kill this off. Kill... Lower this guy's health. Full 7. Still active. 1-1 presence.
Too soon.
Unfortunately, though, we did now lose a lot of cards in order to make that trick happen. So, was it worth it? I don't know. This is the first time I actually play with my Minotaur Killer deck. No joke. Oh. I see. And there we have one of our... Now, a funny thing is it's also gang up with Fugan and Stalak. If Stalak also died this game, summon Tadeus. Every time he dies. So if I can summon Fugan, and then gang up, at least that's how I think it works, Stalak, and he dies a few times, then I summon Tadeus every time. I actually am going to throw him down.
You, the master.
Hey, lights out.
I'm dead, unfortunately. My 7, well, without the combo card, he wouldn't have been able to kill the Senshi Shield Master, so I don't know if this was a bad thing or not. And we have now a 2-1 still, and we have Fugan. But we are using up a lot of cards, I admit that. Never a bad thing. There is, however, the draw 2 cards. I kinda would like to draw some cards. And I also see that I would love to deal him. Have it gone. And voila, we are now doing our own damage to the face. And we've gotten Ragnaros. Ganging up with Ragnaros is also something that is really, really painful. Ah, and there we lose the ability to get Tadeus. So, let's sprint. And there are 2 gang ups. This is, by the way, also the card that I have, because it didn't have all those panda cards that return a friendly creature hands. If this guy dies, then I can summon a random ally back to her hand. Which is this guy. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 Cold Light Oracles, so if I want to mill it, I'm like, then I don't want it to die, but he doesn't have any card draw, and I am actually lower on cards, so I don't want to mill it, or I kinda want to keep it in the current way. As it is. Right. Ooh, that needs to die. Another combo card. Alright. I think we need to start comboing again. not Ragnaros, because we have too little board advantage. That's my thinking. So I say we're going to put 3 damage to his face. And now we have several things that can combo. I'll say first him.
Our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Alright, I probably want to gang up with Ragnaros later on. Do I want to run on a head crack now? 2 damage to his face? I don't think that's wise. Let's put a 5-5 on the board in order to get this all done. He can't kill it, but I know that I can kill him whenever... Well, if it dies, something random turns to my hand. If that is actually the Defiance ringleader, that's not bad, because then I can trigger its combo again. So I'm not too sad if he
We
dies.
must cleanse the Sunwell.
Smart idea. That gives it a bit more health and a bit more way of movement. Ah, lava burst.
Well played.
But we do have again our combo card. But he does have now board advantage in such a way that it's going to be a bit difficult for me to come back. Yes.
Bring out your dead.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Voila, this is our board. Not a very strong board, I'll admit. Gang up. Don't see the use of it right now. This will return to our hand, so it's more or less free damage. We need to take out stuff. But I think this one might be a loss, and that's okay. I mean, it's my first time playing with this deck, and I may be a little bit unfamiliar at how I want to play it. But next turn, it's definitely a Ragnaros with a gang up. And there comes, well, my own problem that was used against me. That is going to be a little painful. Yes, indeed.
Well played.
Absolutely well played. Can I survive this? No, I do not, because I do not have anything. We're going to just throw down Ragnaros just to make him jelly. And then we add this card. Gang it up. It will be too late, but well, 3 Ragnaroses in your deck just to show you some of the fun that this deck could do. But we don't have the ability to survive, I think.
You looking at me?
Goody.
Voila. Well, we will survive 1 turn supposedly right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has something else up his sleeve, so that's why I don't think I will survive. Moreover, the question now becomes, I don't know if I can hang on to this fight. Of course, if I get a second Ragnaros, that would be kind of awesome.
The might of storm.
But there comes, well, the same type of card that I have in my own deck. 1 damage. If I would now draw Vanish, and I do have that in my deck, no, it do not draw Vanish, then this is indeed the end of me. Just head crack it. Just to show him what I had, but I don't have any taunt. I am dead, so well played, and let myself kill myself on the totem. It is goodbye and good night. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great hero, great